Hey everybody, it's your boy K1 bringing you more E3 reviewing fun. So last night was the Microsoft E3 2017 press conference. I'm going to give you my review. Just to remind you, this is my opinion only, not the other members of NeedExtraLife. And once again, my four features for grading are once again games, the features brought to the games, the tech, and the overall presentation. So let's get started into that. So, right out of the gate, Microsoft started by a nice little montage of gaming. So, I gave them points for that because they focused on games. Of course, they started off big by announcing the new Xbox One X with all the Scorpio technology and, of course, 4K. And everything's going to be updated to 4K no matter what the game is. So, honestly, I give them points for this because I literally thought they were going to just make the entire press conference about Scorpio, 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 and spend an hour talking about the tech and the specs and all that. But they just got that out of the way and then went straight to the games, which really I like E3 for is mainly the games. So points to Microsoft for that. And for the games, they started off with Forza 7, which we all knew. They showed off like this nice new car. I mean, I like cars, but not that majorly because I remember when they first unveiled the Xbox One, they did that, and most people were just like, okay, there's a car. We're not here for the car. We're here for the games. I mean, I know some car enthusiasts were probably in the audience and watching and say, man, that's a nice car, but, not really caring about the car, just care about the game. And at least they got real drivers in Forza to actually play the game, so that was a plus. Actually using some people instead of random nobodies like EA. Then they showed the next Metro game, which looked really good. I've played the first Metro and it was alright, but this one looks really good. Like, I won't lie, the mutants in this, whew, man, honestly, out of like a B horror flick, and that mutated bear, oh, the graphics, the crisp, clear graphics on that with that mutated bear won me over. So I might look into that for the future. Next off, a little bit of a swerve because they unveiled Assassin's Creed Origins, which I literally thought was going to be saved to the Ubisoft press conference. But, you know, one thing we've learned at this E3, another company can show it, but, maybe they're expecting Far Cry 5 to be their saving grace for Ubisoft. So they showed off a bit of Assassin's Creed Origins, stating the story is going to be derived from the Magi. Like, the main character is the last Magi, and it tells how he turns from the Magi into the Brotherhood of Assassins. So that's already got my interest because definitely want to see how all of this started, and it did start in ancient Egypt. So we definitely know there's going to be so much Egyptian lore, and I definitely want to see what the item of Eden is going to be in this. Like, it's going to be a pyramid, a staff, where we're going to see the gods raw. And then, of course, there was some giant snake at the end of the trailer. So now we definitely might be diving into some mythological stuff. So that was interesting for a story. Now, the gameplay, that was a little weird because it actually showed us like trying to mine link with a hawk. Now, this could be a very good thing. It's like using a drone in Ghost Recon. You can look out above and plan out your next attack or your next move. You can see guards wherever. You can see places to enter, which was very interesting, and I definitely want to see how they do this. And then they showed some of the combat. You have throwing knives, you have those sickle swords, whatever they're called. And then, like, when he killed the one guy who was his target, I didn't get this. It was like a homing arrow. You could control the arrow when you fired it. So that's going to be an interesting feature for that game. Overall, it was definitely a good game. I'm definitely going to look in. Next was this sandbox game, like Battlegrounds. Not much to say about it. It looks literally like a creator's paradise. So, you know, if you like to create things, that's your game right there. Next was Deep Rock, that galactic, forgot what the last part of it was, but it looks like a you know, a digging sim you can play with friends, collect treasure and that stuff. I think. Then State of Decay 2. Now this really like got my attention at the beginning because I first thought it was Days Gone because it said exclusive, and I was like, wow, they got Days Gone as a exclusive. Well, now I'm interested. But then they went into this Walking Dead metaphor, like, if everything is gone, who do you trust? Who will you save? That kind of thing. So, forgive me. So now the question on that whole game's mind is your choices will affect the outcome. Who do you protect? Who do you save? Who will you put down? Who will you sacrifice? So they're literally clinging to the Walking Dead storyline in this and seeing how your choices will affect how the world looks at you and how will you survive. Overall, it's okay, but, still looking for Days Gone compared to that. Then we had the Darwin Project, which really is just an Overwatch clone. It looked kooky, it looked crazy, and they had the random guy just spewing like a sports announcer, one person left to go. So I'm not even worried about that. It just looks like an Overwatch ripoff. Then we went into a major thing about Minecraft, saying there's going to be a lot more mods and customizable features. And of course, the biggest thing for their announcement was a free 4K update, making Minecraft graphics crisp and clear. So, I know a few of my friends play Minecraft. That'll be for them. But me, I'm not really a big Minecraft fan, so not much. Then the surprise. This one was a surprise. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. No one was expecting that. That one got me completely hyped. So they showed off the gameplay. They had Frieza, Vegeta, Goku, Boo, Cell, Teen Gohan. And honestly, Arc Systems really outdid themselves. Like, it really looks like a GBC fight. You still have all the powers, all the special moves, all the stuff you've seen from the anime series. So, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, you better bring some very, very, very good stuff to, whenever they expose it. They might do it at the Sony one tonight. They may not till later, but Capcom, if you don't deliver, this might be the game to put you back down at the bottom of the barrel, because Arc Systems is just literally stated they're coming for you. They're coming for that throne. So then we had a few other games. Black Desert, which looks like another thing of Morrowind, open world, giant monsters. It really did. I thought it was Monster Hunter at first, but that's something to look forward to. Last Night looks like an independent game. It's like an 8-bit pixel story of you don't know where you are. You look like a grisly 80s cop taking down mobsters. So that has, at least maybe have a great story. Definitely something to look out for in the independent department. Artful Escape just looks like an acid trip. It literally looks like Flower and Yoshi's Island had just dipped acid, and there you go. So that's another. Code Vein looks like an anime. It's definitely loosely based on an anime game. So if you've seen Star Ocean, Final Fantasy, that kind of thing, that's what we're getting. Might check it out. Sea of Thieves got a lot of time, mainly because of that Mixel company that they're doing this with, because they said they were giving away free stuff, but that's another story. But, it's going to be like, it honestly looks like Club Penguin, just with deeper graphics. But you run a ragtag band of pirates, and you hunt for treasure, and you watch out for skeleton crews, and try to become the best pirate you can be. One Piece, this is not. This one got me by surprise. Super Lucky's Tale. I literally first thought it was Conquer. I thought this was a Conquer remake. Honestly, if they were getting ready to remake Conquer's Bad Fur Day, I would have been hyped. That would have literally put me on board the hype train Because when I first saw the character, I saw the bushy tail, and I'm like, Conker? They're bringing back Conker? Are they making him a new game? Or are we getting Bad Fur Day over again? Or are we getting a sequel to Bad Fur Day? And people were just like, oh. I mean, it's a good platformer, coins, jumping, that kind of stuff. But, honestly, bring back Conker. Please bring back Conker. This went out as soon as that was over. The one thing I wanted most of all, Cuphead. Finally, 3 years of delay, we have a release date. Cuphead is coming out September 29th. And they showed off some new levels, so now it looks like you're going to be playing in an amusement park. You'll be going into a tree with like woodpeckers and like an undead casino because you fight like a stack of chips. You fight a cigar. The sea monster or that woman in the sea looks now like Medusa. You will fight like a clown balloon. And then, of course, the devil looks much better now that he literally thinks so. Honestly, this looks like a very good game. I've been talking about this, and I will definitely do a playthrough of this when it comes out. So that is definitely something to look forward to. So then Crackdown 3 was announced, and they did it with style. They got Terry Crews to announce it, which, good work, Microsoft. Getting an actual celebrity to announce your game and somebody with all that power. Honestly, good work with their Crackdown. And I've played both Crackdowns, and they're awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to Crackdown 3. And I would not mind if Terry Crews is DLC. Like, you pulled the trigger with that. You have to make Terry Crews DLC. He can be, if he's in Overwatch, you can definitely put him in Crackdown. And then they finished up with a bunch of indie games like Mix and Match, just something you can all take a look at. So to each their own on that. I'm not going to go through them. They showed more Shadow of War, which they actually gave the orcs personalities. So this I definitely want to see because they're not just all, I hate you. You tried to kill me. Ha ha ha. You thought you killed me, but I'm back. Ha 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 ha. You will never take my head. Ha ha ha. They actually had personalities, and they actually showed that he has ice. The Bright Lord has ice powers and can literally control their minds from a distance. So that's really going to come in handy for later on gameplay. And then you can actually take the orcs that you control and use them as an assault team to taking down bigger and badder foes. So definitely looking at that. And then, this one, I don't know who decided to just throw the feels at us, but the Ori and the Will of the Wisp, I was like, okay, what's this? That feather just going through. Then you just see the owl with the sad eyes, and then the goat, and then it looks at the mountains that look like two owls, and then the ghost just comes, hugs it, and it's just like, wow. Everybody aboard the bus, because we just went on a feels trip. And then, of course, Microsoft's, honestly, in my opinion, dropped the mic moment. They literally first started saying, okay, we brought back backwards compatibility, and, we've updated it to play all of these 360 games, but, that's not enough. And then, of course, announced that original Xbox games will be playable. So, honestly, the biggest surprise of their entire conference, and technically pop everywhere. Everybody was standing, clapping. Even I was shocked to say, wow, they're just literally saying everything's going to be playable down the line. Here you go. We listened to the fans. We listened. Then they went into Anthem. If you remember from my last review, Anthem was shown by EA, but this one actually took it. And it's literally a mix of Destiny meets Halo meets Titanfall. I mean, it looks really nice. It looks like it's going to be open world. You can collect things like in Destiny, collect weapons, and you can dive off the path and do what you feel is right, or you can stick to the main story. So it's definitely going to be something to look forward to. And I guess that wraps it up for them. So now time to drop that grade. So this year, I won't lie, Microsoft surprised me. I thought they were going to be all about the tech and the specs, but they literally pushed through to games. And they literally said at the beginning, we're going to show 42 games on this stage, and 22 of them are exclusive. So they literally came out right out the gate and said, yeah, we're showing all this, but we have 22 exclusives from this. So hats off to you, Microsoft, for literally remembering that gamers like games. The only thing I'll take away from them is just literally stating every single time a game was on the screen, it's in 4K, it's in 4K, it's in 4K. Well, yeah, we get it. Thank you. Thank you very much. We know it's in 4K. You've stated that enough. We don't need a reminder every time you put it on the screen. And the overall presentation, Phil Spencer, of course, actually wants to be there. Actually hyped up the crowd. They had celebrities, they had people who knew what they were talking about, not just random stiffs who they just probably pulled off the street and acted like they were gamers. So, for that, Microsoft, you get an A this year. I mean, I was gonna maybe cut you, I was maybe looking in the C, B range, but this year, all about the games, all about the gamers. So, you walk away with an A. So, do you agree? Do you disagree? Please leave a comment down and let me hear your voice as well. So once again, this is your boy K1 bringing you back more E3 review fun. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely be on the lookout because I will be doing the Sony conference tonight and reviewing that and having that up tomorrow. And stay tuned later on in the day. I will have my views on the Bethesda conference. So see you next time and enjoy E3.